a brand new ladder season and a brand new regulation. We got regulation G that allows one restricted per team. We're going to be trying out a lot of cool restrictions on the channel, but I had to showcase this team and try it out with a regular Zacian with Clear Amulet and Eject Button Hitmontop. In the first day, it was able to get 16 wins and only 1 loss in the first day. We're going to be trying out and seeing how well it can perform, because this is a crazy combination. This is a team that went 16 wins and only had 1 loss during the first day of the ladder season. We have Zacian, regular Zacian. Now, in order to have the steel type on Zacian with boosted stats, you have the rusted sword, but this Zacian not going to have that, so it doesn't have a steel typing, only has a pure fairy typing, opting for the Clear Amulet instead, so you don't have to worry about intimidates and parting shots from Incineroar. And this one running a crazy set with just Play Rough, Sacred Sword, not running a steel type move, running the Terra Blast with Terra Ground. And that is a way big option to abuse the Sword of Ruin, since Sacred Sword isn't affected by the Sword of Ruin calcs. You have a Terra Blast that can hit fire types like the Incineroar. Terrifiers like Koraidon can be a really interesting tool. We also have a Xianpao to help out boost up the Zacian, so it's a +1 Zacian next to the Sword of Ruin Xianpao. And this one is running a really crazy set. Ice Spinner, Sucker Punch, but Terra Blast over Sacred Sword with Terra Poison, specifically for grass types like Rillaboom. It can hit some fairy types and Terra Fairies, which can be like really important, and it's able to catch a lot off guard. Also hits Ogerpon, which is also pretty strong. And Eject Button Hitmontop, it's a pretty interesting tech. This one not running close combat at all. It's running Feint, Wide Guard, Fake Out, and Helping Hand. It also has Terra Fighting. I don't know why it's Terra Fighting. I think it's just like, I don't know. I'm never tearing the Hitmontop. I think that's like the idea, but this Hitmontop, as we saw, can have a lot of surprises with the Feint, Wide Guard, Fake Out, and I think the Helping Hand, just no close combat, can definitely catch opponents off by surprise. The Eject Button is a pretty interesting tool because you can use it to position, especially because your main offense with this team is going to be Zacian and Xianpao, and without it, you really do lack the damage output. So being able to pivot in safely can be a little bit tricky into those Pokemon. So you can use Hitmontop as a way to bypass Intimidate for Xianpao, use that Eject Button, get hit, and then come back in for free to reset. Or you could find a ways to get Xianpao in safely, so Zacian is able to do more damage with that Sword of Ruin. We have the Wellspring Ogerpon. This one not running a grass move. Ivy Cudgel, Encore, Helping Hand, Follow Me. A lot about just like supporting those 2 Pokemon, the Xianpao and Zacian, your main damage dealers. The final 2 Pokemon gonna be the Cresselia and the Tinglu, and I think it's really something. Tinglu to help out against Calyrex Shadow Rider. This one running Terra Water Fissure, which I'm pretty sure is like a game plan into Calyrex Ice bulky stuff, because it's really hard to break through otherwise with this team. And you have Ruination, so the idea is to chip away for the Zacian and the Xianpao to clean up in the back, hopefully. And then Cresselia, that's supposed to be a big nuisance. You have Lunar Blessing to help heal up with the Tinglu, Ally Switch for Mind Games, Trick Room for speed control, and then Thunder Wave so the Zacian and Xianpao can outspeed threats, especially under Tailwind. If you'd like to check out the details of the team and the creator, they'll be linked in the description down below. Miraidon, Farigiraf, King Gambit, the Heartflame Ogerpon, Iron Boulder, and Iron Bundle. King Gambit is really tough, and I mean really tough. Otherwise, I think this is decently manageable. So I do like the idea of bringing my... I think it's going to be my Zacian. I like the Tinglu here. I like Intimidate against Heartflame. I think I want to bring him on top, and I do want Xianpao because Xianpao's like one... Like, the thing is, the team does have very limited damage output. So I think you need Xianpao and you need Zacian. Wellspring Ogerpon could have been brought here, but the problem is that Iron Bundle and Miraidon combination really terrifying for... It's really terrifying for my my Wellspring Ogerpon, so I don't know if it's worth bringing. We're going to see the lead of Miraidon Iron Bundle as we bring the Tinglu and the Zacian out. Now, what's nice is we do have the Clear Amulet, so we are immune to Icy Wind, which is really good here. So this is actually a really nice benefit. So I can go for a protect here, and I just want to snarl to reduce the damage output of their mons because I don't want to take too much damage since I didn't bring the Cresselia this time around. So I will go for a snarl immediately to lower that damage on the Iron Bundle and go for a protect. If they swap out into King Gambit, well, we do have Sacred Sword at least, but I am hoping that they would go greedy Volt Switch. If anything, I think I'm only going to be able to get one snarl off too, because I'm probably going to snarl into a Ruination the following turn. But it looks like we're going to see Miraidon actually go for a Terra Electric or Fairy. Okay, this Dazzling Gleam coming out. All right, so Miraidon commits to Terra as we do go for Protect. I'm really glad I didn't go for an attack turn one like a Play Rough. Icy Wind going to come out. Yep, as expected. I have a really cute play that I could make the next turn. Oh, it is Dazzling Gleam. Okay. How much are you doing? A good amount, but not like a crazy amount of damage. Here comes the Snarl. Perfect. Okay. So special attack is lowered on both sides, which is nice. Oh man, this electric move could go crazy against me, which is why I'm a little bit concerned. But I think my best play is just to take the knockout into Iron Bundle with Sacred Sword and Ruination the Miraidon. Oh, they went for Protect with Iron Bundle. That's actually bad. I thought they were going to go on the offense. Well, we do have the sword. We do have the Vessel of Ruin out plus the -1, so maybe we can live Electro Drift, especially if they're not choice specs. Oh wait, we took that way better than I expected. Never mind, we're good. We took that way better than I expected. Here comes a Ruination into the. Okay, perfect. I'll take that. I'll take that. All right, that's beautiful actually. Go back with leftovers. I would like to go for the Play Rough into the Miraidon, and I will go for a Ruination into the Iron Bundle. We're going to see Miraidon retreat. Okay, so what's coming in? Because maybe King Gambit? No, Ogerpon. Okay, so Ogerpon's taking a big Play Rough, which is kind of nice. The Icy Wind going to come out. They haven't seen that I am the Clear Amulet Zacian Voice, but I am Clear Amulet, as I mentioned before. Icy Wind wasn't going to do a crazy amount of damage. Maybe it affects the game later, though, as we are able to get a big Play Rough. Pretty good damage into the Ogerpon. Very respectable. Here comes a Ruination. Okay. That is pretty solid. Trying to figure out how I want this next turn to play out. So I actually want to double protect here. Do I want to double protect? Because we don't know if it has Encore and Iron Bundle, but you would probably use it the last turn, right? I think my play here is to Play Rough the Ogerpon. I feel like Sacred Sword, I feel like could miss the knockout, which I'm a little bit worried about. So I'm going to Play Rough. I'm going to go to Hitmontop. And the reason I'm going to go to Hitmontop is because we eject button out if they click Icy Wind again, and then I get a free switch to Shien Pao, and because I have Sword of Ruin, I should be able to knock out the Ogerpon through that way. So let's bring out the Hitmontop. And Intimidate off into Ogerpon too. Nice, they did go for the combination of Icy Wind again. Perfect. But I do have to Clear Amulet. And now Eject Button procs, and now we go out in a Shien Pao. Because I don't know if I high rolled to Play Rough, and because I don't have... Actually, Sacred Sword probably did pick up the knockout, because I did have the +1 attack. I'm used to Sacred Sword calcs from Shien Pao, but yeah, then again, +1 is still applied to Sacred Sword here, so probably did pick up the knockout. But you know what? This is fun anyway. I get the KO here into the Ogerpon, and that's a pretty decent start here. Because getting rid of Ogerpon means Ting Lu is way more concerning for them. Xian Pao is a big threat now. Iron Bundle, I don't think is in range of Sucker Punch, which is like the only unfortunate part here. Let's see if they bring out the Miraidon again. Did he bring out Miraidon? Perfect. They already Terra'd. I don't think you're in Sucker Punch range. Do I want to go Tinglu or do I want to go Hitmontop? Actually, I feel like I could play offensively here. I think I could go for the Play Rough into the Miraidon and just hard swap back into Tinglu because I had the Vessel of Ruin. So I feel like Bundle's just not doing any damage. And I think +1 Play Rough can KO Miraidon. Come on. Come on. Come on. We should be able to. Icy Wind again. I had to Clear Amulet. I don't know if they... I feel like you should have noticed, but maybe they're doing it for the Xian Pao. But I'm pretty sure Play Rough just KOs here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, 2 huge knockouts. That thing, monstrous threat. And now all I have to do is worry about whatever the last 2 are, which is Iron Bundle, which is -1 special attack currently. Electric Terrain is going to disappear soon. Actually, I didn't pay attention to the bundle. Was it Booster Energy? I don't think it was. Well, we didn't confirm an item anyway. Okay, so it wasn't Booster Energy. What is your Iron Bundle set? I guess we'll never know. We are going to see the Farigiraf come out. Okay, so Tinglu looking very, very comfortable here. And I mean very, very comfortable. I'm just going to go for a... Yeah, it should be fine. Although the Giraffe is a little bit scary. I'm going to go for... I don't think I want to miss. I think I'm just going to go for Sacred Sword. And I'm just going to throw off a Snarl, I suppose. I can Protect to get leftovers, but I don't think it's necessary. Oh, because they didn't have the Quark Drive, the bundle doesn't outspeed my Zacian anymore. Forgot about that. But it's okay. Not super big game changer here. They go for Hydro Pump. Shouldn't KO, right? Yeah. After the -1. A Dazzling Gleam will, which is fine. Okay. Now I get to bring out my Xian Pao, and I'm pretty sure that I could just pick up the win here. I guess it could get ugly if I misplay this. Okay. Actually, we speed tie. We do potentially speed tie. They can't Terra. I think I'm willing to risk just a Play Rough here into the Giraffe, and I think... But I don't have Sacred. I don't know if Ice Spinner would take the knockout here into the Farigiraf. You know what? I am going to Sacred the bundle, and I'm going to go for an Ice Spinner into the Giraffe. I get the KO into Iron Bundle, it looks like. I don't know if they're max speed, because I don't know if Iron Bundle is going to run max speed anymore. Because there's not like a big reason to. Ice Spinner is going to come out into the Farigiraf. I didn't pick up the knockout. If they protected, it actually got a little bit ugly, but I would have went for the Terra Poison afterward. Also, I guess Dazzling Gleam did no damage to the Zacian, so I would still been able to attack the next turn. Okay, so we were completely fine regardless. We go for a Sacred Sword and Ice Spinner, I suppose. And yeah, Clear Amulet on the Zacian. Very nice in that game, I guess. No Intimidate, but the fact that they couldn't Icy Wind speed drop me, the big point of Iron Bundle, and then I was just able to fire off some really big attacks, I think really clutched it out here. So nice to have there, as we are able to finish off the Farigiraf. But yeah, just able to put on a lot of pressure lead. Zacian took the Electric Drift super well, but then again, -1 special attack, Vessel of Ruin, and I guess it wasn't choice spec, so we were completely fine there. Groudon, Walking Wake, Fluttermane, Chi-Yu, the Whimsicott, and the Hisuian Lilligant. Oh man, the Chi-Yu stuff is gonna be... That's gonna be a tough one. This is not gonna be an easy one, I'll definitely say that much. They have Sun, which means the Wellspring Ogerpon can't really break through the Chi-Yu. I do want to bring the Cresselia, I think, and I try to Thunder Wave their team. And this is going to be tough. I don't have Sacred Sword either on the Chien Pao. I think I'm going to go with Zacian plus Cresselia. And then in the back, I'm going to go with the Chien Pao and Hitmontop because I kind of want Wide Guard in this game. It's going to be so difficult. This matchup is not easy. It's not easy. I want to try it out and see how we perform, but Fluttermane, Chiyu, Tinglu's okay against it, but the problem is they also have the other mode, which is also dangerous, which is the Lilligant, the Groudon, which means that Tinglu can't really do like that crazy stuff against them. Ruination's okay, but like we're directing my Solar Blade, we're directing my Sleep Powders, we're just pretty pinned in a lot of offense here. I see Groudon Lilligant, okay. Versus my Cresselia and Zacian. This actually works out pretty well for me. Yeah, this works out decently well for me. I'm going for Thunder Wave into the Lilligant. And I think I'm just going to go for a Player Up into the Groudon turn 1. Because this is probably... Actually, would you expect goggles on the Cresselia? I feel like you probably would. So it might actually be like them sleep powdering the Zacian slots. You know what? I'm going to Thunder Wave the Lilligant. I'm just going to go for Protect with Zacian. Please expect me to have goggles and just try to sleep powder the Zacian. Thank you very much. That would be so huge for me. If I get this Thunder Wave off. It protects Groudon too, so that actually kind of works out. He went for Solar Blade immediately. Okay. We land a Thunder Wave, which is actually really crucial. All right. This is probably Clear Amulet Groudon, so I don't think I live Precipice Blades plus Solar Blade. So I'm going to ally switch, I suppose, since I do have it on the crest, and I'm just going to go for Play Rough into the Groudon. Since I do have the ally switch option, I will go for it. We get a big hit off into Groudon. Nice damage. Solar Blade going to come out once again. This is probably in the Zacian, so this, or the Zacian slot before. Yep. So Solar Blade going to come out. Probably takes it pretty well. Oh boy. Where it stands. Alright, I don't have Helping Hand here. It's like okay, but it's not amazing. I'm gonna protect Zacian. And I think I'm gonna go Hitmontop. If I lose Hitmontop, it's not awful. But I would like an Intimidate off into the Lilligant, as well as Fake Out Pressure or Helping Hand Pressure against the Groudon. We will go for the Protect. Lilligant can't move, which is actually really nice. Oh, they went for Precipice Blades. Okay. Does Hitmontop go down to the Precipice Blades? It does. Okay. Gonna have to rely a lot on the Chien Pao then. This is tricky. I want a Sacred Sword. Oh, geez. The fact that I'm powering up the well, the Lilligant's intimidated, so it's not like awful. I think I Sacred Sword the Groudon, and I think I Ice Spinner the Groudon too. The Ice Spinner's not going to do anything to Groudon. I think this is Terra from Groudon, but I'm not 100% certain. I think we Sacred Sword to Groudon. I think we Sucker Punch to Groudon too. They protect Groudon, makes sense. Okay. So I might convince them not to Terra the next turn. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, wait. If they Sleep Powder, this is really bad. Oh, they missed. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. All right. Stay paralyzed, Lilligant. Don't tear the Groudon. Although I don't think you are. Yeah, you're going to swap out the Groudon, which actually helps me a lot. Because whatever is taking damage is actually like a Flutter Mane. That's taking really good damage for Nice Spinner. So I'm really glad. I kind of scared him away from Terra because of the Sucker Punch plus the Sacred Sword play. So this works out really well. I get a play rough. Wait, the Lilligant's not Sash? What's the Sash then on the team? I'll gladly take that. But where's the Sash? Ice Spinner going to come out. Fluttermate? It's not Fluttermate. Was this the last turn of Sun, or is the next turn last turn of Sun? The Sun fades, so they get to bring it again. Okay. I don't know what's going on either. But we're going to see Walking Wake come out. Unfortunately, this is still a very dangerous position in Groudon. All right. This is photosynthesis for speed or special attack? Special attack. Okay. So it's slower than Zacian, which is actually really good to know. I think they have to commit a Terra here, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm actually going to double protect to scout for the Terra. Because, like, Groudon's threatened by Ice Spinner. Walking Wake threatened by the Play Rough. So I don't know if they're going to go for Protect Groudon and risk the Play Rough miss. I don't think they have anything crazy that they can set. Oh, wow. They didn't tear anything, right? No, they did not. Okay. They just went for attacks. Maybe they expected to double protect for scouting. Okay. Precipice Blades. I wonder if Zacian lives. I'm going to go for Terra Ground, Terra Blast into the Walking Wake, and I'm just going to Ice Spinner the Walking Wake as well. I don't know. Terra Ground, Terra Blast, it probably doesn't knock out the Wake. So the thing is, if they tear the Wake it goes down to Terra Ground, Terra Blast. Oh, wait, it could be like Terra Water. Shoot, I forgot to anticipate that. I was like, okay. If I KO to Wake it, the Terra Fires, I get the Ice Spinner redirecting the Groudon. Oh, this could go really. But I get him right every time. I get him right every time. Okay. And they even protected Groudon, so yeah, like they have no chance now. Perfect, perfect, perfect. As we go for the Terra Ground, Terra Blast. Into the Wake. Goodbye, Walking Wake. If they were Terra Water, it actually would have been pretty bad. But you know what? They're not going to be Terra Water Wake when I go for the Terra Ground Terra Blast read. Like, if they didn't Terra, the Wake went down. They went for Blades. I don't know if Zacian survived. She ain't passed out Sash, so it's still very playable. That was my thought process. And if Zacian does live, and they also have to hit the Precipice Blades. Like, the Wake actually has accurate move that probably one-shots me, but the Groudon doesn't have that accuracy. Now we can just go for Terra Blast because it takes advantage of Sword of Ruin. We go for Ice Spinner into the Groudon. Good game. Not expecting that one. That's why Sleep Powder's bad. Calyx, Ice Rider, Entei, Landers Incarnate, Mienshao, Serena, and Comfey. Calyx Ice Rider is not an easy Pokemon for this team. It is not an easy Pokemon. Entei is also a pretty big concern. It is a pretty big concern. I do think that I do like the Zacian quite a bit. I do like Hitmontop because I need Wide Guard for the Calyx, or I'm losing to the Calyx. I think I need the Wellspring Ogerpon, or I'm losing to the Entei, and I think Xianpao is probably has to be my last for offense. It's also good against the Landorus, good against the Serena. I can sucker threaten the Calyx Ice, but Calyx Ice is really difficult for this team because it's regular Zacian and not the Steel Zacian. If it was the Steel Zacian, I think this would be completely fine, as I'd be able to just go for like a Behemoth Blade against this entire team. But yeah, the Clear Amulet here, I don't think it's gonna play a super big role on, like, I don't think anything is really gonna have any stat dropping moves other than maybe like if Serena has drop kick for some reason, or yeah, like that's the only big one I could see, like Snarl and Entei, but that doesn't matter to us. So maybe Rock Tomb on the Mienshao, but yeah, I just don't really see anything that's gonna affect it here. We're just gonna have to try to brute force this team, because Calyx Ice Rider, gotta make sure that thing gets checked, because it is a terrifying mon to deal with. So let's see what we can do here. I will go for, probably if they lead Calyx, I'm just spamming Wide Guard probably. They lead Landorus and Entei. I could have led Ogerpon. All right. I lead Zacian plus the Hitmontop. I don't know if they're going to sub here immediately. I could go Xianpao if I want to and try to take the knock on the Landorus, but I never think that's worth. I do have Terra Ground on the Zacian, but I don't think that's ever worth either. So I think I'm going to go into Ogerpon. Unfortunately, I think the Ogerpon doesn't outspeed. Yeah, it doesn't outspeed any of these, which is the concern. I guess like it's okay if I go for the Terra Blast into Entei. I'm trying to think about this spot. They're not going to switch in Serena, I think. You know what? I'm going to Terra Blast here, and I'm going to fake out. Let's see if I can catch them slipping right here, because that means they either didn't bring Comfey or they didn't bring Serena. Because Calyx Ice should always be brought. I don't know what the last mon is. If I can catch the Entei off guard, I think getting that knockout's actually pretty big, because it's actually huge for my Xianpao. So let's see. Terra Ground. And no switch to Serena. So they go for Protect with Landorus. Does Entei Protect too on this position? Okay, nice. That's actually really good. I would have liked the actual, I would have actually liked the extra damage on Landorus. It would have been impactful, but this is actually works out so well for us. We're able to get a Terra Blast off into the Entei, and that's going to pick up a knockout. All right, that's a huge knockout, and I mean absolutely huge. All right, beautiful. And we also have an accurate Terra Blast too, which can hit their Calyx. So this should be Calyx coming in, unless they want to try to get rid of Hitmontop first. I think what's interesting is the Sheer Force prevents my Eject Button from being triggered from the Hitmontop, which is an interesting mechanic that actually does play a role here. Because if Hitmontop's switching out, that means I don't have a return of Wide Guard. So the fact that the Landorus can actually like force the Hitmontop to switch is actually going to be really important. Looks like Calyx is coming in. Perfect. I don't know if I should go greedy with the damage here, but I think I should always just go for a... I should always think... I think I can't afford to miss here. I am going to go for the Terra, and I'm just going to go for the Terra Blast, and I'm just going to go for the Wide Guard. So let's see if they just go for a high horsepower read. If they go for a Trick Room, that's okay. It's not great, but it's still like acceptable. Because I imagine this is just Earth Power and an attack from the Calyx, which is... Why is there Terra? Is this Landorus and the Terra Poison? Oh, they did Terra the Calyx. Into water. That does change, obviously, the Sucker Punch. It's not like a super big deal, but okay. We Wide Guard here. We will go for the Terra Ground Terra Blast into the Calyx. Let's see how much damage we're doing. That did no damage. Why is Calyx so insane? Earth Power going to come out into him on top. Trick Room comes out. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, this is where it gets tricky. This is where it gets tricky. I gotta stall out these turns of Trick Room somehow. I think Zacian always protects here. The question is, what am I doing with Hitmontop? Do I sack Hitmontop to get a free switch, which can be okay? I think I like the idea of going out into Wellspring Ogerpon here. I don't think you Sludge Bomb, but if you Sludge Bomb, it is pretty bad here. Let's see. It could also be high horsepower or power double to Zacian, because I don't think you should ever lands if I'm just spamming Wide Guard. I think you always high horsepower a slot here. Yes, you high horsepower the Zacian. Perfect. Your power to Zacian too. That's actually like the best case ideal scenario here. Okay, nice. Now I have more offensive pressure. The Landorus is going to be tricky to deal with, but I do IB Cudgel that slot. They are going to Glacial Lance here. The question is, do I go Shein Pow and lose my Sash, which might be worth it realistically? I think it is worth it. That does mean that my Ogerpon takes more damage, but I don't think it's good. Like, Ogerpon survives 1, which is like the big thing here. We're going to IB Cudgel. Let's see. The only problem is if Landorus protects, but I don't know if they are. Because it's kind of a weird spot for them too. Calyx protect? What? Oh, they're scared of the grass move. Wait, that works out huge for me. Because I get to knock out into Landorus. They were definitely scared of the grass move, so they tried to get damage onto the Ogerpon. Oh, that's amazing here. I didn't consider that angle, but yeah, now that I think about it, because it was Terra Water, yeah, that actually does change it. We're going to see the Mienshao come in. Okay. Still definitely not an overgame by far. Yeah, this is not an overgame by far. 2 turns of Trick Room. They can't heal, which is nice. I don't know yet. Faint or Helping Hand. I think Protect Shein Pow is correct, and I think it's go for the... I think it's Ivy Cudgel. The Mienshao. Break that Sash. We have Faint. I mean, I don't think Calyx can pick up the knockout. Helping Hand would be scarier, I think. He went for Fake Out and a Shein Pow. Oh, that's amazing here. Okay. And Glacial Lands, yeah. Do I want Ogerpon or not for the last turns of the game? We're going to see the Glacial Lands. Ogerpon actually took that way worse than I expected. That's sort of ruined. Critical hit doesn't change that much. Okay. All right. I don't have a grass move. If I had a grass move, I'd guarantee save over Ogerpon here. I think this play is... Sucker Punch the Mienshao and follow me. I could Helping Hand Sucker Punch too, but I don't think that's really that good here. Yeah, I'm just gonna follow me. All right, let's see if the Mienshao attacked or not, because I did Sucker Punch to try and KO. If not, it's not that big of a deal. Okay. What did they go for? Oh, if they have coaching, this is bad. If it's coaching, I could probably play around it, but it's not good. It's definitely not good. They get the boost. Oh boy. I mean, I had to Sucker Punch because if they close combat it there, I was like guaranteed losing. All right. I do have Sacred Sword on the Zacian, but the thing is, it's not doing anything to the Calyx currently. So I am going to go Hitmontop. Because I have Fake Out Pressure that I can go for into... Because I don't think that Mienshao has anything here. So I'm going to go for a Ice Spinner into the Mienshao. I'm gonna fake out the Calyrex. If they have quick guard, I'm so screwed here. Because it's fake out, coaching. I want to say it's wide guard close combat. I need to get my Zacian in and get some Sacred Sword damage off. I think it's going to be like really crucial. All right, fake out. Nice. That chip damage is actually going to matter too. I am able to get an Ice Spinner off into the Mienshao. Perfect. All right, I think they're going to Trick Room here. I'm going out into Zacian. I hope Zacian can live a +2 high horsepower. And I'm going to wide guard. I'm just spamming wide guard, I think, against the Calyrex. Because like spamming wide guard just makes so much sense here. Okay. Trick Room. Yep. All right. I need Zacian to live this upcoming turn. I think this might be high horsepower into... It's either Zacian or Hitmontop. I don't think you're going to click Glacial Lance. So I'm going to reveal that I don't have close combat. I think they probably expect the last move to be close combat. They don't know the team. This should be high horsepower. And I'm going to go greedy and Helping Hand Sacred Sword here. Please. Okay, yes. That's why I went for Helping Hand, because the extra damage is going to matter for Sucker Punch range. I really hope that Helping Hand Sacred Sword into Sucker Punch KOs. Oh, I forgot I'm at neutral. Because because the nerf on Zacian was so bad. All right. There are a few different ways to win this game. We double protect here. So my outs are either a triple protect from Zacian or a Sucker Punch crit. I played this game figure I was +1 Sacred Sword, and I think +1 Sacred Sword with the Helping Hand boost would have KO'd the Calyrex, but because I completely forgot about this +1 nerf to Zacian, we're at neutral. All right, we got to spam protects here, and I am gonna go for the Sucker Punch crit. We fail, so we need the Sucker Punch crit. Oh, that did actually a bit more damage than I expected. It actually was closer because it was +1 defense. Ah, that coaching, man. The coaching screwed me over. Like, I would have had to read whether they had coaching, and then because like if a close combat as position, I don't Sucker Punch, I lose the game. So I think I had to make a read there. Unfortunately, I got it wrong. Oh man, as I said before, Calyrex Ice is tough. It's tough. All right, let's go over the games. In game 1, Clear Amulet Zacian was really strong in this match, being able to ignore the Icy Wind speed drops from the Iron Bundle and fire back powerful hits to knock out my opponent's Ogerpon and Miraidon. In game 2, he had to get a bit lucky against the Lilligant, but was able to get a surprise double knockout on their very frail team and pin the Walking Wake to win the game. In game 3, as I mentioned before, Calyrex Ice Rider is very difficult due to how bulky it is, and high horsepower is still actually very threatening. Coaching was the final nail in the coffin, and I would have had to read the coaching play from Mienshao and knock it out in order to have won that game. Clear Amulet Zacian. It does have weakness. Interpret Sword is nowhere near as good, as you are limited to only 1 attack boost per game. So if you do have to switch out to Zacian, it gets really awkward at times, so it is definitely nowhere near its potential. I think it is a really cool set though with the Terra Ground. I think Swords Dance would have also been a pretty cool option with Zacian, maybe with some different partners. I really wish Close Combat was on the Hitmontop, because I think Close Combat Hitmontop, I've noticed in some games that just not having any damage output other than really Zacian Xianpao can really be hurtful, as well as the Ogerpon not even having a grass move, so can be very tricky to use. Very impressive that the player who did create this team ended up going 16-1 day one, because I think this team's really tough to use, and I mean really tough. I was shocked. But if you'd like to try out this team, you could try it out. Rental code is hopefully still available. That's on your screen now. You can check out the details of the team and the creator down below the description, and of course subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.